I go Blandon.
Yep.
Computers are a thing, and apparently they're named after national parks now.
I guess so.
Have you been to Yosemite National Park?
No, I've never been anywhere past Florida.
Oh, then you're a poor man. But let's take a trip to Yosemite with OS X Yosemite. My computer is brand new, sort of. The OS is brand new.
Okay, yeah, that is. Yeah.
This is OS X Yosemite, Blandon, not Yosemite, as you would pronounce it because you're an idiot.
So.
No, you're an idiot. I'm not saying anything. I'm just saying you're an idiot.
All right, carry on.
All right, that's fine. So, Blandon, this is OS X 10.10. They're not going to 11, just 10.10. I can show you. It says it right there. About this Mac. OS X Yosemite 10.10. I should probably blur out that serial number in the post, shouldn't I?
Yeah.
Yeah, anyway. That's more work for me. We're going to take a look at OS X. There's a lot to go through because it's, a new OS. But the main thing is, as you can see, it's a brand new design. It's a lot flatter. It's not as flat as iOS. iOS is pretty flat. This has a bit more depth to it. You can tell in some of the icons that have a little bit more depth, like the Safari icon.
Yeah, I'm noticing that.
Yeah. First of all, I really like the new design. The new dock is the translucent dock and the translucency in Windows and stuff like that, which I'll show off now. It's really cool. Like I can show you right now. I can open up the Finder. Finder's happier, by the way. Look at him. He's super smiley. I like it. Anyway, so you can see from the back on the side here. This is actually kind of see-through. You can't really tell because my background's a solid color, but if I were to change my background into something a bit more, I don't know, crazy, like this, or this per se. You see, you can see it's kind of there. I can move the window around and.
Oh wow!
Yeah,
I actually didn't know that.
Yeah, so it's translucent. That's Destiny. Maybe one day we'll play Destiny. Not anytime soon. Anyway, so I'm gonna change it back to the one I had before because I like that one. Where is it? Nope, that's my dock. Anyway, here we go. So yeah, so there's translucency. The big bar on top is also translucent. So if I actually would scroll up, I can't scroll up here. There's better apps to show this with. I just open up Safari right here. So let's go to our website. So if I scroll up, you can see the top here.
Oh, wow.
That is translucent, and you can see different colors depending on what I scroll in. Yeah. It shows up in pretty much every application that you can possibly see. And the ones, the applications who haven't been updated to add a translucency, which I don't expect every application to do because it can get kind of stupid if every application does that. It's just a regular gray. Like here's OBS where we're recording with, and it's just a standard gray bar with a new buttons there. More translucent stuff. That's the new notification center. Also translucent. You can see it's darker. The translucent is not, but the light. I was gonna say light white. That's not a color.
Yeah, it's not.
It's white, I guess. This is black.
Yeah.
Or blackish. You can actually turn the entire OS this color.
Really?
Yep, there's a dark mode. So I can go here to general and go to dark mode here. And now we have
really cool.
Now we have a dark mode. The contextual menus are still white, which is kind of dumb.
Yeah.
But everything else is a dark mode. And also the window frames are also still white. So, yeah, it's literally just the menu bar in the dock.
Defeats the purpose.
Yeah. I actually like the white one better. It looks nicer to me. But yeah, that's the notification center. You have new widgets now instead of having your dashboard. You still have dashboard widgets. You can turn those off if you want, but these are new widgets that you can put right here in your notification center. So you can add a calculator in here, and then I can add stocks if I wanted to. But I don't want these. These are dumb. I just have my social widgets and my calendar and stuff like that. So there's a little look of what we were recording today. Anyway, that's notification center. What else is there new about the design of OS X? I mean, you know about Mac stuff too.
Yeah,
you can chime in any time.
I mean, it's different from what I'm used to. I mean, I stopped using back in Lion.
Yeah, that was quite a while ago, right?
Yeah, Lion's when I stopped using my Mac.
Yeah.
So I mean, it looks like a lot's changed. I mean, it basically is iOS.
Ish. A little bit, yeah.
Like,
here's one thing I forgot to mention. So, remember this green button here?
They used to maximize.
Yeah, they used to maximize or zoom is what Apple called it because it didn't technically maximize. It would just rearrange the window size depending on what content is on the screen. Well, now it actually just maximizes. It just goes straight into the full screen. They removed the full screen button that used to be here in the corner.
Oh, I remember that.
And they just made it there. So I can just you can still get the old version of zoom by holding down Option. See the little icon changes to a plus instead of the little full screen button. Is that all you're gonna say? You're gonna say, "Oh man, oh, that's it."
Well, you know what? It's been a while.
All right.
I've been using a PC for about a year.
All right. Anyway, but yeah, that's cool. It's a better change. It's a bit better functionality now. People who maybe come in for Windows won't be as confused anymore. The three buttons do the same three things as they do in the other thing. You still can't like drag a window and like attach it to a side of the screen like Windows can.
Which it actually is an extremely useful feature for me.
It's actually it's really great. I use that a lot whenever I use a Windows computer. What else do we have here? There was a thing that the Apple talked about the typography being different. It's a much cleaner, more consistent font. They say,
It looks the same.
No, it definitely looks different, but I don't care enough, I guess is what I'm trying to say. Yeah. Anyway, that's that. That's the design. Most of the design is it's still the OS X you know and love. Like it's just a bit flatter.
Did it get new clothes? Is that basically it?
Yeah. Well, when it yes, there's more than that. But
of course.
But
of
yes,
course.
yeah.
But the main thing is that it got new clothes.
Yeah. Well, no, that's maybe the
second main thing.
Maybe I don't know. This next feature is actually really okay. Let's just move on then, because I actually want to talk about this now. So this next super cool feature is more like a series of features that Apple calls continuity. It's what lets your Mac and your iOS device kind of just like talk with each other and create this,
ecosystem.
Well, it's always been an ecosystem, but it creates a much more shared environment. The one that I've been asking for I don't know how many years now. Ever since I got an iOS device, maybe it's finally here. Some of the coolest ones are like you can send text messages and from your computer and all that
I heard
stuff.
about that.
Yeah, we'll test it out now. We'll save that one maybe for last. That's my favorite one. I think that's my favorite feature of this entire update. It's probably the coolest one and the one that works the most like magic. Anyway, so let's start off with making phone calls. You can make phone calls on your Mac as well.
I heard about that.
You just said that.
Well, I heard about the text
You
messages.
said the exact same sentence twice in a row.
Well, because
you are a master of language, my friend. I am going to have you on every at a glance we ever have now.
Please don't.
No, I know. That's the point.
Oh.
Because you're the worst.
I probably am.
All right. Anyway, so Blandon, give me a phone call. Wow, your phone is right there.
Oh,
right next to you.
Found it.
All right.
So give you a phone call.
Yep, give me a phone call.
Let me look for you on... there we go. And I'm calling you now.
Right. So my phone's going to ring both on my phone and on my Mac. And you'll see it in the corner. Hopefully it doesn't show my number. All right. I'm getting the call on my phone. And where is it on my computer? It was working, I swear. I made a phone call from my Mac.
You're not making Yosemite look so good.
I made a phone call earlier today from my computer. All right, let's not answer that then. All right, hang up. Maybe I have the setting turned off. Let me double check. Oh boy, this is a great way to continue this video, isn't it?
Ladies and gentlemen, just if you are going to display Yosemite, make sure your settings are correct before you start.
All right, I don't see a setting in here for that. Is this it? Nope.
Maybe on...
All right, how about I give you a call, because I know that works. I tested that.
All right.
So the way that works is you go to your... oh, yeah, Spotlight has a neat look, too.
Right. Oh, I like that.
Spotlight's right in the middle, kind of like Alfred. If anyone ever used Alfred. Most people used Alfred, actually. A lot of people like Alfred. Anyway, you go to the FaceTime app. And then from here, you can make...
Well, actually, let me try giving you a call with the FaceTime app open.
Well, okay, let me call you first. I'll blur your number, don't worry. So right now they're on the corner there.
No, I hung up on a call I was making to you.
Oh, well, you should be receiving a call at some point.
Waiting for it.
All right, hello? All right. That's your phone.
Yeah, I didn't get the phone call.
It went to voicemail. All right. Okay. This is... Try giving me another call.
Okay.
Look, we're on camera. Let's put that over there. No, it's fine. We can put it here. All right, there we go. That worked. Hello.
I don't want to talk to you.
Okay, well. So there you go. That worked. I don't know why that didn't work in the first time. You don't need to have the FaceTime app open as far as I'm concerned. So I don't know why that wasn't working.
Doesn't like you.
Yeah, I don't know. Remember, it's the first version of the software. Like, there's gonna be bugs. The kinks will be worked out eventually. Next up, let's test this text message one. This is by far, again, I keep saying this, but by far my favorite feature, and I think it's the one that is the coolest one. It's like fucking magic. Give me text message me.
All right. Right.
It could just be something short. Don't type out a whole goddamn paragraph, man. We gotta get.
I want to write a novel.
We gotta keep this video moving. We gotta move it quickly.
I want to write a novel, and
anyway,
so I did.
I'll get the notification both on my phone and also on my Mac. The Mac one usually comes. There it is. So what I was gonna say is that it usually comes right at the same instant, but sometimes there's a little delay, about maybe like a 1-2 minute delay.
Minute?
The last time it's happened to me once, and it was about a 2 minute delay.
Oh wow!
Yeah, but for the most part, every time I've texted you or other people from my computer and vice versa, I got it right away. So yeah, so that works. I can go here my notifications, click it, and then I can just talk to you. Blandon, you're next to me. And it's not just text messages. You can send a picture as well.
Really?
So go ahead and try that.
All right. Let me see what I can send.
You could have just taken a quick picture of yourself right now instead of searching through your...
I could have, but this will make my life better.
Anyway. This should come in now.
You should be getting it any minute now. Alright, it just sent from my phone.
Okay, it just sent from your phone. MMS's...
Is that still buggy?
There it is. So there you go. There's a little Android guy. And of course, like I sent a picture too, but I'm not going to bother. Because we know it works. We see it works.
Yeah.
Super cool. This is my favorite feature.
Now, you see, I was actually doing a similar thing with Hangouts on my computer, but... As it turns out, it only worked with my Google Voice number, not my actual.
And even then, you would need to have, like the Hangouts window open.
No, actually, I don't.
What do you mean you don't?
Because I'm very integrated into the Google ecosystem. So all I had to do was download the Hangouts extension for Chrome.
But you had to have Chrome open.
No, not anymore. You used to have to, but not anymore. Now I can close Chrome and leave the Hangouts open.
Okay, that's...
So there's a similar feature.
You gotta leave something open, is my point. Like you have to leave something open.
Well, maybe because I have a Windows, but maybe if I had a Chrome laptop.
I don't know. Anyway,
you get the idea.
So the way all these features work, specifically the SMS one and the phone one, is that you have to have your both your computer and your phone connected to the same Wi-Fi network. Now, let me rephrase that. Your phone has to be on a Wi-Fi network, and your computer's Wi-Fi has to be turned on. So, for example, I don't use Wi-Fi on this computer. I'm hooked up through wired Ethernet. So my Wi-Fi is still turned on, but I'm not hooked up to any of my wireless networks.
Oh, okay.
So as long as I have my Wi-Fi on, and then my phone connected to the same Wi-Fi network as my wired network is, it'll work.
Pretty incredible how I would think it works.
That was step one. Step two, you get to have Bluetooth turned on. Yeah, because it works through Bluetooth.
Oh,
that's how it works. Essentially, your computer becomes a Bluetooth headset or a Bluetooth, device for your phone.
So the equivalent sort of a wearable, but on your desk.
That's
It's a bad
yeah,
comparison.
I guess
It's a bad comparison, but
I fucking guess. Yes, sure. Uh, and also you can only use that feature if your devices support Bluetooth LE, Bluetooth Low Energy, because Bluetooth usually would suck a lot of power, but
Yeah.
luckily thanks to Bluetooth LE, at least this is what I haven't tested it my battery life all too much yet. I'm gonna I just got the update, so I'm gonna test it to see how it works. But generally, what's supposed to happen is that Bluetooth LE is supposed to take much less power than normal Bluetooth, so your battery life on your phone shouldn't see a drastic difference. Maybe a slight difference, but not like anywhere that it matters. So yeah, so that's how all the features work essentially with the continuity features. The other ones are handoff. Handoff is the feature that lets me start something on one device and then hand it off.
yeah,
Finish it on the other device.
That's really cool.
So I'm gonna show you right now how this works. I will open up Mail over here, and then I'm gonna start a new message. I'm gonna type whatever I want. Now you can see on my screen on the corner there.
Okay, that's cool.
Down here.
Yeah.
Yeah, so the little mail icon showed up. So Blandon is a. I'll leave it at that. Then I can click here. It just opens up and gets the exact message I was starting to type out. Blandon is a. And then
You might want to blur that side of the window out.
I mean, yeah, we'll blur a lot of things, Blandon. There's a lot. This is my personal computer, so I'll have to blur a couple of things. Blandon is an asshole.
That's not nice.
Anyway, and also I can jump this back to my to my phone as well if I wanted to. I'm not going to show you exactly how that works because we're not doing a quick look on my phone, but essentially it would show up as a second screen on my phone.
Okay.
Yeah. Anyway.
Oh, that's cool.
So let's just close this out and let's not save that.
So it works for everything, not just...
It works for a bunch of different things. So let's see. It works for Safari. So I can open up a Safari here. Safari window here. It pretty much works with any app that iOS and OS X also have. So Safari, I can show up. There's my Safari window down there in the corner. I can quit Safari here and then go into, I don't know, reminders. Then reminders should show up here once I start editing. Yep, there it is, one right there.
Oh wow, that is really really cool.
Yeah, and it happens super fast. Like it's
Yeah,
not like
noticing.
I gotta wait till it connects or like no, just pretty much a couple seconds after I open up the app, it opens up here.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it's super cool. I wonder if Game Center works. There is a Game Center app, so let me see if it works here. I don't think it would because there's not really much you can do in Game Center. Yeah, it doesn't seem like it's working. All right, that's fine. Anyway. That's handoff. Another super great feature there. Then we have the instant hotspot, which I'm not really going to show off here because I don't have a tethering plan on my phone. But essentially, what that would do is that if you don't have internet on your computer, instead of having to do the whole old process of setting up your hotspot for your computer, like you have to make sure it's on your phone and then go into your Wi-Fi settings on your thing and then connect to the network, blah blah blah. You don't have to do that. It'll just show up here in the menu bar, and you just click your phone, and it'll just work.
Oh.
So they say. I haven't tested it because I don't have a tethering plan, so we can't do that. This is another one of my favorite features here too. AirDrop has always been a thing with iOS since iOS. I want to say 7, 6 or 7. I want to say 7.
No,
6.
6.
You sure 6?
Yeah, 6.
Okay, well I don't know. I'm gonna say 7, but even then. After that's always been an iOS to iOS device. You can never do that to the Mac, and that was the dumbest goddamn thing in the entire world for me. You can do it on the Mac to iOS now. It's always been Mac to Mac or iOS to iOS. Now you can do it between.
Okay, so now you can. Okay.
Yeah, so can go here. Make sure both the both the devices are on the same network. There you go. They're both on the Wi-Fi network, so I can just send a picture from my phone here to my computer. So let's do this. AirDrop. I should receive. There we go. And you heard it.
Yep.
I don't know where it went. I think it went to my downloads folder. Yes, it did. It went to my downloads folder. So there we go. There's Hatsune Miku there. It didn't even ask if I wanted, normally AirDrop asks if you accept things. Not didn't even bother asking this time because it knew it was my phone. If it was someone else's phone or a different Mac, yeah, it would ask, please accept this file. But it knew it was my phone, so it just downloaded it automatically. So yeah, there's that. That's AirDrop. We can send files back and forth as well. I can, I'm not gonna test anything that goes from my Mac to my phone because I can't. Well, I normally couldn't capture my phone, but that's actually changed as well. So
What?
yeah, that's okay. Here's another super cool thing. You could always, capture your phone by AirPlaying to an Apple TV and then hooking up to a capture card, or AirPlaying, or hooking up to the HDMI adapter. But you always have to have a separate adapter for it, essentially, or you have to have an AirPlay-enabled device and a capture card. With OS X Yosemite, you can just plug in your phone with its Lightning adapter. It has to be a Lightning cable. It can't, so it can't be a cable like a 30-pin dock connector. So it's only phones that have the Lightning cable.
Okay.
Then you open up QuickTime. So here we have our audio recording. I hope to God by opening up a new recording it doesn't stop this audio recording.
I'll murder you.
So let's go File, New Movie Recording. Am I still recording?
Okay, yeah, it looks like it's still recording.
All right, so here we go.
Okay.
And so you can switch right here, down here on the bottom, if I want to go my FaceTime camera or my iPhone, and then the microphone as well will go from my iPhone or my desktop audio. So this is super cool. This makes capturing iPhones a lot easier. So right now it's actually running super smoothly.
Yeah.
I was surprised the first time I tested this. It didn't run very smoothly at all. It was very choppy.
I'm noticing your icons are moving when you. Is that the parallax?
Yeah, it's a parallax.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. Actually, I have. Okay. Let's backtrack an older version of iOS now. Back when iOS 7 introduced parallax, the way it worked is that the icons and your background moved at the same time.
Oh.
I turned off the background moving part because I liked having my back. To do that, it would zoom in the background a bit so you can actually move it side to side.
Okay.
I turned that off because I like seeing my full background. So right now, only the icons move and it kind of looks a little weird. It's not really looking like a parallax.
Yeah, I was noticing that.
Yeah. Anyway, so the first time I tried this, the direct feed wasn't very smooth. I'm not sure why. The recorded video was super smooth. It was 100%, 60 frames per second, whatever. Once the video finished exporting, whatever. But the live feed wasn't smooth at all. Now for whatever reason it's super smooth. So maybe that's because I had an older version. I had iOS 8.0 and it needed I needed iOS 8.1 to like fully work. I'm not sure why that was, but yeah, this is another one of my favorite. SMS, Relay, AirPlay, and then this makes my life so much easier. This is a very specific feature. Like not everyone's going to use this, but people like us who have a website to run and things to capture, we need something like this. I kind of.
Now you can. Oh well, no, not really. I was gonna say you could have used this for the hyperlapse, but no, because you actually have to be directly connected.
Yeah, but
to the computer.
Eventually we'll have a computer in the studio and things like that too. So like it'll work itself out in the near future.
Eventually.
Or not the near future, but. All right, we almost had a horrible mishap there.
All right,
so let's unplug my phone there. So yeah, that's super cool. And so those are all like kind of like the main features of not the main features, but those are all like the really standout features of OS X Yosemite. There's also a bunch of other smaller features within the app, so I'll kind of go through those right now. Let's start off with Safari because Safari is probably the app I use the most in OS X because it's a web browser. I need a web browser. I've always preferred Safari over Chrome. Chrome is great, but Chrome always had these issues with me. It's 32-bit and not 64-bit. It's just now getting to 64-bit on Windows and OS X. So that was one problem, but they also had a few loading problems. Like sometimes pages would hang and it wasn't my internet connection. It was just Chrome hanging for whatever reason. So Safari has always been my choice, also because it has the reading list feature. So if anyone doesn't use Safari, the reading list feature is a feature that I can shift click a link and it'll save it so I can read it later. A lot of people have an external service to do this for them. Read it later, Pocket, Instapaper, but I like that Safari has it built in and it syncs between all my iDevices. So yeah, but besides all that and the transparency, the new Safari 8, if I had like any reason to use Chrome before, and I had a bunch of them because I still liked Chrome a lot, they're probably gone because Safari 8 is it's a lot When it's faster. It has a updated JavaScript engine. The newest version of WebKit, so it runs a bit faster. But also, the main reason I would go to Chrome is because Chrome supports full HTML5 video for YouTube. Safari only supported H.264 without any security measures, like MSC is what they call it. So I couldn't, I still had the Flash player for YouTube. And everyone knows Flash sucks. HTML5 is the way to go. But now, YouTube Safari supports the HTML5 player in its entirety. Before it only worked for some videos, now it works throughout the entire site. That comes with one caveat, though. Remember how I said that Chrome hung on me a few times?
I take it YouTube hangs on you now.
Not just YouTube. Every now and then, this is a bug here. This happens all the time for me in Chrome, and now it seems to be happening in Safari too for whatever reason. It might be related to HTML5, but YouTube and Google searches tend to hang on me. Not all the time, but every now and then it happens often enough where it's a little annoying. Now, so when it hangs, all you gotta to fix it, and I use that in air quotes, is you wait for it to either tell you this page cannot be loaded, or just wait to the menu bar disappears, to the loading bar disappears, and then refresh, and then it'll go. So it's the same thing happens to me in Google searches. So I can it might happen right now. So let's Google search something right now. OS X Yosemite. Yeah, see, it's not bringing up the Google search results.
I'm noticing.
Yeah. Again, it happens.
More often than you'd like to admit?
Yeah, I'd say maybe 60-40. 60 being it not happening.
But even then, that's...
Yeah, it's a lot.
Yeah,
it's a lot. It's not...
It's not something I would expect from an operating system so smooth.
Right. So hopefully this will get fixed soon. And again, it's not... It's weird. Like this is the whole reason I don't use one of the main reasons I don't use Chrome. So now that it's back in Safari, it's kind of a huge bummer. I still prefer Safari over Chrome for all those other reasons. But yeah, this is a huge bummer. So I can refresh it now. And now it's there. So huge bummer. But I wanted to mention it in the video because people be wary. Hell, I don't even know if other people are having this problem. I haven't checked. It might be only me, and it might just be like a problem with my machine for all I know. I have no idea. So there's that. Next up, we'll go to we'll go to Mail. Mail has a couple new features too. So let's we'll go here. All right, I'm gonna just go to my drafts there, and so there we go. So here's this email I'm gonna send to you. I'm gonna go just Michael Blandon at blah 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 whatever.
I want to blur that out too.
Well, yes, you don't have to point it out. We're gonna do it in post. It doesn't matter. The more we point it out, the more stupid it becomes. Anyway. So I can send this email here. I can maybe take a picture and post the picture here. So let's take a screenshot, and then I'll send you this picture here. What I can do with this picture is that I can annotate it within Mail, and it's a thing they call markup. Markup is, it's essentially PDF and image note making. But the fact that you can do it in right in the Mail application is what makes it cool. It's nothing super special. It's just you couldn't do this before right within Mail. You had to do it within Preview, then do it in Mail later, or do it in a different application. So I can draw a little circle here, and then there's a circle, and look at this little point here. It would normally draw an arrow. Let me try that again. Okay, it automatically draws an arrow if you draw it better than I do. You can add shapes, speech bubble. You can add text.
All of this within the Mail app.
All of this within the Mail app. Change your colors and things like that.
A question. Stupid question, because I actually don't use iOS, for those who don't know. Mm-hmm. Can I do this from the Mail app in iOS?
No. This is only the OS X Mail app. And also, you might only be able to create these in the OS X Mail app, but anywhere you send it, the person will be able to see it because it's just an image. It just flans the image and sends the image. Another cool thing is we all know that sending emails, their attachments, you're up to 25-35 megabytes per email. You can't go over that.
Yeah.
You still technically can't go over that. It's still a 35 megabyte, 25 megabyte restriction. But if you have a file size that's over that, you can still send it with the feature called Mail Drop. Mail Drop, it combines your iCloud and like it essentially sends like a Google Drive or a Dropbox link to them.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so like I'm gonna go here and search a video. Let's go this church's video that I have here queued up. So I wanted to send you this video. I can just drop it in here. It's in there. Now if I hit send, it's gonna tell me I can't send this. Oh, my bad. I gotta press subject. Subject. Actually, that video might not work. That video might be small enough because I ripped it off the internet. Okay, no, it's bigger. All right. Okay, so we're gonna send this here. I
don't think it likes you.
That was supposed to. Yeah, so now it's just not gonna send because it's. Oh, I know why. This is a big feature that I didn't talk about because I don't have it activated because I don't remember. That's why I don't remember it. All right, so let's go back to the Finder here. This right here, iCloud Drive. iCloud Drive is your Google Drive, your Dropbox for Apple. It turns your iCloud syncing service into a place to hold files and things like that. I don't have this activated right now because if you activate it while you still have devices still on OS X Mavericks or lower or iOS 7 or lower, you lose your iCloud syncing service for those devices. Because remember before iCloud was just a syncing service. There was no way to store files in there. Now that you can do this, it changes it completely. So only the new devices that can have access to this will work. So I have to wait till I update my iPad and my other computer in the kitchen before I turn this on. That's why sending that message didn't work for you. Yeah. Or it's gonna work. It's trying to send right now, but it's not. Yeah, it's not gonna work.
I'm noticing.
Yeah, so we're gonna cancel that and just delete it. Anyway. That's mail and markup and iCloud Drive and all that stuff. This video is a complete mess with all the things we gotta censor and all that stuff. Anyway, we talked about messages already because I can just text anyone from this number here too, so I can go. Who's another one of our friends? We'll take Frank. I don't have his number apparently. That's weird. Okay, fine. Forget about that. Anyway, yeah. But anyway, Blandon, that's kind of it. That's kind of what Yosemite is.
Now, let me ask a very important question.
What's the important question?
I love OS X. I love, using a Mac. But I'm not a huge fan of iOS. I'm a bigger fan of Android.
Okay.
What does Yosemite bring to the table for me?
Nothing. Why would it?
Well, I figured, but, maybe.
I mean, it looks prettier. You'll get that.
Yeah.
All these other features are for people who use iOS. One more thing I didn't mention. iTunes has a new icon.
Yeah, I was noticing
It also has a new design. Not a completely drastic new design. It's still the same, album layout that you would get. It's refreshed. Like, it's flatter. Instead of having the sidebar... Well, no, not the sidebar. Instead of having the more archaic way of getting your stuff, it's just a row of icons there. So you can just click there. Click there, get all my apps, my music. The iTunes Store, instead of being its own separate icon, it is now a button that's kind of like it'll take you to the part of the store depending on what part of your library you're in. So since I was in music, it took me to the iTunes Music Store. If I go to podcasts, it'll take me to the podcast store, right there. If I'm in apps, it'll take me to the App Store.
That's really cool.
It's more context sensitive there. And this same navigation also works for while you're already in the store. So I can go here to podcasts and I'm in the podcast store now after it loads up.
Oh, okay.
And so it's all integrated now. Like there isn't a separate iTunes store.
Yeah.
Or rather, there isn't a separate part of the application for the iTunes store. It's all in the same place.
Now, I have a 2009 MacBook Pro. Will I be able to get Yosemite?
I don't know, because I don't know the requirements off the top of my head. I just know that it does go pretty far back. If your MacBook can run Mountain Lion, I think it can run Yosemite. Yeah.
I'll have to look at that.
So yeah, it goes pretty far back. I think 2009 actually might be the cutoff date, so you might actually be okay.
Oh.
I don't remember off the top of my
Now,
head.
how much memory does it take? A lot or a little?
The download, I think, is about 5 gigs.
No.
And then obviously those 5 gigs are freed up once the install is done. So there you go. Yeah, that's OS X Yosemite, Blandon. It's available now for free on the App Store, the Mac App Store, for you to update your computer with.
Might try to download it when I get home.
Maybe. Anyway, thanks for watching, and we'll see you guys later. Bye.